Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to PackPullers. Today, we are going 3 out of 3 on our new Grand Archive Alchemical Revolution starter decks, and we are going to be looking at Arisanna, the Master Alchemist. Let's get into it. All right, so we have looked at, in the last couple days, we've looked at the Ranger deck, the Fire Ranger deck, and the Wind Guardian deck. And to round it all out with the 5 out of 5 difficulty is the Water Cleric. Now, I don't know a whole lot about this deck, but I know that she's about crafting... Oh, that's interesting. That's separated. She's about crafting potions, something like that. What is going on here? Okay, that's different. This probably has something to do with what we're going to be crafting. What else do we have in here? There's so much stuff in this box. What is going on here? Oh my goodness. Okay. First of all, this is really cool that this comes in the starter product. But second of all, I'm trying to figure out what is going on here. Okay. So we have 1 through 6. Blightroot, Mana Root, Silvershine, Freesia, Razorvine, and Springleaf. Sacrifice, okay. Start with the Blightroot, so we're going to go top left to bottom right. Sacrifice it, your champion gets +1 level till end of turn. Mana Root, sacrifice it, your champion gets +1 mana level till end of turn. Okay. Silver Shrine. Okay, looks like they're the same. Sacrifice, recover 1, sacrifice, recover 1. And then at the bottom, sacrifice, put a card from your hand onto the bottom of your deck. If you do, draw a card. Now the question is, are these correlating? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then that's a 6, 5, 6. Okay, so this is just our little D6 to, I guess, see maybe which one will summon. Let's get into the cards and see if it makes more sense. There's a lot of cards in this little package here. Make sure all this looks good. Looking good right there where we're at. Perfect. All right, quick start guide. Yeah, so then these are going to be our tokens. Blightroot, we got 2 Blightroot, 2 Mana Root, 2 Silvershine, 2 Freesia, 2 Razorvine, and 2 Springleaf. So I'm guessing, we'll see how it goes. I'm guessing something about our character and the cards that we play will have us roll this dice to, I guess, get a herb. Cleric Herb, Catalyst Root, Cleric Herb, Adjuvant Root, Cleric Herb, Catalyst Flower, Cleric Herb, Adjuvant Flower. Okay, so that probably has something to do. Cleric Herb, Catalyst Leaf, Cleric Herb, Adjuvant Leaf. So each one of those 2, one was a Catalyst reagent and one was an Adjuvant reagent. So we'll see if that has anything to do with our cards and what we're doing with this character, who already seems quite a bit more complex than our 2 previous classes. If I can get this open, then we could get started. Well, there we go. My hook was just not right. Excellent. Find our Spirit Water and Arisanna. No collector's rare. Womp womp. Womp womp. All right, so we are starting with, let's separate out material and main deck, like always. Make sure we're looking good. All right, we're going to start with the Spirit of Water, 15 health on enter, draw 7. And then level 1, Arisanna, Herbalist Prodigy. 19 health on enter, gather twice. To gather, summon a Blight Root, Mana Root, Silvershine, Fraser, Razorvine, or Springleaf, token chosen at random. So on enter, we're going to roll our dice twice and then summon those tokens. Very nice. Do we have to pay anything to sacrifice them? No, they're just items that we can sacrifice whenever to get their bonus. At level 2, Arisanna, Master Alchemist. Arisanna Lineage, on enter, gather twice. Same thing, roll our dice twice. Inheritance effect, at the beginning of your end phase, you may sacrifice 2 herbs with the same name. If you do, draw a card. Okay, interesting. I wonder if... so you're sacrificing them to draw a card, but I wonder if you still get the effect of sacrificing them to, use their effect, get the level, recover 1, do whatever. Level 3, Arisanna Astral Zenith, and that shows us our 3rd new, what do they call them? Advanced elements. Astra. Arisanna Lineage, once per turn, you may pay 0 rather than pay a card's Star Calling cost. Star Calling is a new keyword for us, and we will have to see what that means. Regalia item, Cleric Robes. On enter, draw a card. You can tap 1 and tap it to prevent 1 damage that would be dealt to your champion this turn. That's really nice. So not only do you get to draw a card, you get a repeatable effect. Lots of the material deck cards that we see that draw a card, usually we have to sacrifice or banish them, but this one we just get to do it on enter, assuming that you have the class bonus. Next up, Ingredient Pouch. Class bonus, tap 1 and tap it to gather. So there is a recurring gather cost, so a recurring way to produce our roots and our leaves and such. Other than just the on-enter effect of our champions. Very nice. Life Essence Amulet. Whenever an ally you control dies, while it's not your turn, you may banish it. If you do, draw a card. This is what I was talking about. So lots of these items that we have that let us draw cards, we usually have to banish them or get rid of them. The Cleric Robes, we just get to draw that card for free and then still have a repeatable effect in it. So that's very good. Next up, Necklace of Foresight. Class bonus, this card costs 1 less to materialize, so you could get it for free. Banish Necklace of Foresight to Glimpse 4. That's always nice. Being able to reorder your draws or just totally get rid of those cards. Prototype Staff. Class bonus, Memory 4+. Your champion gets +1 level. Okay. So does that mean so obviously I have to have the class bonus and the Memory 4+. Memory 4+ mean I have 4 or more cards in my memory? That's what it seems like to me. And then if you are level 4 or up, you can tap it. You may put a card from your hand onto the bottom of your deck. If you do, draw a card into your memory. That is handy. Always love cycle. Next up, Scale of Souls. Class bonus, Balance. At the beginning of your recollection phase, if the amount of cards in your hand and memory are equal, recover 2. Oh, very nice. And then tap it, return a card from your memory to your hand. That's super handy. Interesting. Put a card down to pay for a cost and then be able to put it back. Very interesting. Very interesting. Next up, Synth Disruptor. Banish it until the end of turn. Automaton allies enter the field rested. Ooh, there we go. So this could be really good against the Taunorus deck that wants to spawn a bunch of guys. And I think our only Astra material card. Yes, our only one outside of the champion. The Cosmic Astroscope. Cost 1. Class bonus, if your opponents would Glimp X, you may have the player Glimpse 3 instead. Interesting. If an opponent would may have that player. Okay, all right. I guess it limits the amount that they could glimpse, but interesting. Tap it to glimpse 3. Okay, all right. Not super exciting for a advanced element card. You know what I'm saying? Like if I gotta be all the way leveled up to get you out, I want a little more oomph in my card. You feel me? You feel me? All right. Now let's get into our main deck and see what kind of synergy we have with our roots and such. First up, we have the Academy Attendant, a 3-cost, 2 attack, 2 health ally, an automaton. Interesting. Wouldn't have guessed that. Oh, well, I guess she's got 4 arms, so that probably helps. Class bonus and memory 4+. Academy Attendant gets +1 attack. Becomes a 3/2. That seems like a lot to get a 3/2. Next up, we have a slow skill, 1-cost, barter herbs. Sacrifice up to 2 herbs. For each herb sacrificed this way, summon your choice. Blight root, mana root, silver, yada, 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 yada. And then class bonus, floating memory. So, it says sacrifice 2 herbs. So, the blight root and the mana root wouldn't work. It would have to be either silver shine or Freysia, because these are herbs. These are also herbs. Okay. Oh, no. No, all these are herbs. Okay. Cleric herb, catalyst root. Okay, so any of our herbs that we gather, we can sacrifice, and that lets us pick which ones we want instead of having them all be random. Next up, we have the Caretaker Drone, another automaton. 2 cost, 0 attack, 2 health with intercept. On death, glimpse 4. Okay, there's a lot of glimpsing in this deck. I'm wondering if we're going to get some sort of payoff for that. Other than just being able to... Like, it's great to have that card knowledge and reorder our draws and stuff, but if we don't have anything impactful, it's not worth much, right? Next up, I didn't expect this to be the automaton deck, by the way. I didn't expect so many automatons to be in this deck. But we have the Foraging Servant, 2 cost, 1 attack, 2 health. On enter, gather, and then class bonus, floating memory. We love floating memory. It's so good. I'm going to say it every time we see it on the card. Potion of Healing, 3 cost item. Brew 2 herbs. You may sacrifice the listed objects rather than pay this card's reserve cost. Sacrifice healing potion to recover 5. So instead of paying the 3, we can sacrifice 2 herbs and then create this potion of healing. Very interesting. Scry the Skies, of course it had to be in here with all the glimpsing. Glimpse equal to your level. Draw a card into your memory. So reorder your deck and then put a card into your memory. Such a great card. Serum of Wisdom, 3 cost, it has brew 3 herbs. Sacrifice Serum of Wisdom to glimpse 3 and then draw a card into your memory. So almost like a Scry the Skies. Almost. All right. Now we've got some water cards. Essence of Blizzard. Brew 1 adjuvant, 1 catalyst. So remember our cards each say either catalyst root, adjuvant root. So we have 3 of each. We have 3 different catalysts. Actually, we can even go down the card here. So we have 3 catalyst and 3 adjuvant. So brew 1 of each. Sacrifice Essence of Blizzard. Deal 1 damage to target unit. If that unit is rested, deal 1 plus your level to it instead. Until end of turn, allies enter the field rested. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. That's on sacrifice, which I think you can do on your opponent's turn, right? Flash Freeze, what a cool looking card. 4 cost, fast reaction. This card costs 2 less to activate with the class bonus, so it goes down to 2. Oh, negate target card activation unless its controller pays equal to your level. Banish the card that had its activation negated this way. Very nice. We see another counter. We saw 1 counter in Fractured Crown, which was awesome. Now we got another one in this new set. Water's starting to get the counter. It's turning into a blue deck. I hate it, but I also love it. Next up, Hypothermia. Target rested ally gets -4 health until end of turn. Can be some nice removal. We have the Crystalline Distiller, 3 cost, 1 attack, 3 health ally. Class bonus on enter. If you brewed a potion this turn, draw a card into your memory. Very nice. We like card draw. Card draw is very good. Perfect Repulsion, a 2 cost fast spell reaction. The next time target unit you control would take exactly X damage this turn, prevent that damage, where X is the amount of cards in your memory. Draw a card if damage was prevented this way. Very interesting. That it's only usable if it's a perfect amount of damage. Whoa, 7 cost. 7 cost cleric spell. Potion Infusion Clarity. Class bonus, this card costs 2 less to activate. Okay, so it goes down to 5. Rest target potion. If you do it, it gains on sacrifice, draw 2 cards until end of turn. Oh, okay. Interesting. So it just lets us add the ability to draw 2 cards onto one of our potions. Not bad. Card draw is good. But again, like, how do we win? Is what I'm asking myself right now. What's our win condition with this deck? And maybe that'll make more sense when we get to our Astra cards back here. But how do we win? Potion Infusion Frostbite, a 1 cost fast cleric spell. Rest target potion. If you do, it gains on sacrifice, rest target unit. The next time that unit would take damage from water element source, this turn it takes that much damage plus 4 instead until end of turn. Very interesting. This trigger would resolve before the potion's ability. Okay. Oh. So we would want to put Potion Infusion Frostbite on our Essence of Blizzard. Essence of Blizzard deals 1 damage to target union, but if we give it this ability, it's going to do 1 plus 4 instead. Because this trigger would resolve before the potion's ability, right? The next time, yeah, because it says the next time that unit would take damage. So this resolves first, and then the ability of the Potion of Blizzard would resolve, dealing 1 damage. Interesting. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm seeing removal. I guess target unit. Unit could be the opposing champion. So you have some burst. Is this going to be like a ride deck? A water ride deck where we're being controlling and trying to make it to the late game and then blow our opponent up? Next up, Stream of Consciousness, a 2 cost fast spell. You get to glimpse 3 and then draw a card into your memory. Lots of draw. Water Barrier, 3 cost fast spell reaction. The next time you'd be dealt damage, the next time damage would be dealt to your champion. Prevent all but 1 of that damage. Class bonus, Floating Memory. Of course, we always have the Sight card. This is going to be our Astral Sight. These cards are so cute. Arisanna's cute. I love this art. She's wonderful. Star Calling, 0. As you're looking at this card while glimpsing, you may activate it by paying this cost. If you do, put all the cards you're looking at on the bottom of your deck in any order. Okay, this is why we glimpse so much, is for Star Calling. Okie dokie. Now I see it. Now what did we say about Star Calling? Once per turn, you may pay 0 rather than pay a card Star Calling cost. Okay, but Astra Sight, the Star Calling is 0. And then your ability is to glimpse 1 and draw a card for free. Always good. Free card draw is good. 3 copies, of course. Here we go. Comet Fall. 5 cost, but its Star Calling cost is only 2. As you're looking at this card while glimpsing, you may activate it by paying its Star Calling cost. If you do, put all of the cards that you're looking at onto the bottom of your deck in any order. Deal 3 damage to all non-Astra element units. Class bonus, deal 4 damage to those units instead. 2 cost, 4 damage board wide hit. That is insane. Comet Fall is insane, and we get 3 copies. Oh, Next up, 7 cost condensed supernova item, brew 1 silver shine, 2 adjuvant, and 2 catalyst. I really like this. I really like how specific this is, that you have to have the silver shine and then 2 adjuvant, 2 catalyst, because that really gives the flavor of brewing your potion. Like if it was all random and you could just throw whatever in there, it wouldn't feel as good. Now, what's the payoff? Sacrifice condensed supernova, deal level damage to all non-Astra units, and then glimpse 4. Level refers to your champion level. Interesting. So that's another board-wide bomb. Cosmic Bolt, 3 costs. It's got Star Calling 2. Deal 4 damage to target unit, plus an additional 2 for each card named Cosmic Bolt in your graveyard, and banishment. Oh, that's so good. How many copies do we get? We get 4 copies? Oh my god. So it's 4 damage, 6 damage, 8 damage, 10 damage. Yikes. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage. Cost 3. So that's our payoff. That's what we're doing. So we're looking to get our level up, glimpse a bunch, pay our Star Calling costs, and absolutely blast our opponent into nothingness. Last but not least, Potion Infusion Starlight. Oh no, we have 2 different cards left. I'm so sorry. Potion Infusion Starlight. 3 costs. Star Calling is 1. Rest target potion. If you do, it gains on sacrifice. Oh my goodness. Until the end of turn, your champion gets +4 level. So +4 level means Condensed Supernova is going to do 4 more damage. What else is going to do more damage? We had something else that was based on level, right? The Ice Potion. Essence of Blizzard. If that target unit is rested, deal 1 damage plus level. What else? I feel like we had something else that did something based off level. Condensed Supernova does. I must be crazy then. But still, +4 level is huge, especially for something like Scry the Skies, so we can glimpse a ton of cards and then Star Call out some big damage. Now, last but not least, Spell Shield Astra. Cost 4, fast spell reaction. Class bonus, it costs 2 less to activate. The next time damage would be dealt to your champion this turn, prevent that damage, and then glimpse X, where X is the amount of damage prevented this way. Now, here's a question. If this is a fast reaction, I glimpse, I see something like Cosmic Bolt. It's a slow spell. Star Calling. As you're looking at this card while glimpsing, you may activate it by paying its cost. If you do, put all of it. So can I, if I'm glimpsing on my opponent's turn, can I activate those cards that aren't fast? Where's here, hang on. We're gonna try and find some rules. You guys are gonna listen to me clickety clack on my keyboard. That's the question. Because that makes a huge difference. Makes a really big difference. Release notes. I need rules. I'll tell you this much. For sorcery, we've got the Curiosa page. And, okay, here we go. Hang on. Rules. All right, so this does it the same. So I'm going to, let me do this right now. Print the screen. There we go. I'm going to include this. What was I saying? The Curiosa IO page has an FAQ, frequently asked questions, about the cards. And that helps give so much context to like some rules and how stuff works. It looks like the Grand Archive page for their cards also does the same thing. So I'm looking at Arisanna Astral Zenith here. It says rules. While paying the alternative star calling costs, modifications to the card's reserve costs are ignored. Other additional costs, such as an additional cost to activate this card, sacrifice an ally, are not ignored. You may choose to not use her alternative costs. Okay, but that doesn't tell me. That doesn't tell me if I can play slow speed cards. Okay. Well, you guys see what I'm talking about. So, let's find... I really like this deck now. Let's find our favorite cards. Cosmic Bolt is definitely in there. Condensed Supernova is in the discussion for sure, but I think I like Comet Fall better than Condensed Supernova. I've already got a couple in mind here. Flash Freeze, absolutely, and I kind of want to put Scry the Skies in here because I love that card so much, but I don't think that's gonna be it. We're gonna Spell Shield Astra we'll talk about in a second. Why it's here and why I think it might not be here. Why it should be here and why maybe it shouldn't be here. So my 4 favorite cards out of this deck. Cosmic Bolt, 1. The art is superb. And I really like the scaling damage of the card. That's super cool. And of course it has synergy with the Star Calling aspect, where you can glimpse and pay the cost. Maybe you got some in your hand and you can just start rifling these off late game. That's going to be really cool. In the same vein, Comet Fall artwork, incredible. Flavor, 10 out of 10. The idea of Star Calling a Comet Fall is super, super flavorful. And then a 4 damage board wide hit is awesome. And it's to non-Astra units. So your champion is not going to take damage. Your minions might, because we don't have any Astra allies, Astra minions. But that's okay. Next up, Flash Freeze. It's a counter. What more do I need to say? It's a counter in a blue deck. Of course I'm going to like it. I'm going to hate playing against it, but I'm going to like playing it. And then last but not least, kind of, maybe, sort of, maybe not, Spell Shield Astra. And I think this being a favorite card, all depends on, can I Star Call out something like a Cosmic Bolt or Comet Fall on my opponent's turn? So my opponent plays a card, I pay 2 to play the Spell Shield Astra, which is a fast reaction. I prevent all the damage, and then I glimpse X. I find a Cosmic Bolt. Can I fire that off on my opponent's turn? I don't know the answer to that. I'm going to try to find the answer to that and put it up like right here. If I don't, I apologize. And maybe you can let me know down below if you know the rules. But for that, this is going to be it for today. I think that this might be my favorite deck out of the 3. And I know I've said that all 3 of them. I said the Connors deck was an absolute home run. And then I got to the Diana Ranger deck, and I absolutely loved it. And the very unique playstyle of the curses. It's kind of close. But and I'm not really a control player either. I'm not a big fan of control, but I think it just really works in Grand Archive for me. The control of getting to the big payoff, of getting to Astra, and then, again, the unique playstyle of glimpsing and Star Calling. We've talked about it this whole video while I was going through the deck. I'm like, yeah, I see all these glimpse, cards, but what does glimpse matter if I don't have a way to win? Oh, well, I do once I get into Astra, and I can start firing off Cosmic Bolts and Comet Falls and the Condensed Supernova cards. But you guys let me know what you think. I think this deck is super cool. I think it's my favorite just because of how unique it is with the herbs and the gathering and the potion brewing and the amount of flavor that it has. And Arisanna has to be like the most, you know, adorable champion that we have, in my opinion. And I love that. So this has been it. This has been our last starter deck for the Alchemical Revolution set. You guys let me know what you thought about it. Let me know which decks you liked, which you didn't like, and what you want to see next. Upcoming videos, we've still got a box of Alchemical Revolution to open, and we've got a deck tech for sorcery coming out, our first ever deck tech. So you guys stick around, and I hope you enjoy it all. But a big shout out and thank you to our Patreon subscribers, Adam, Caleb, and Sam. You guys are the best, and we couldn't do without you. And for now, bye-bye.